The very fascinating thing in the fishes is the migration. The fishes can migrate from one place to another place. Sometimes they can migrate brackish water, salt water to fresh water to salt water, brackish water to normal water. Like that, they can migrate from one place to another place. Sometimes they can migrate hundreds of kilometers from the oceans to rivers or rivers to oceans. But why do the fishes can migrate? Is the important topic because they can migrate for two purposes, that is feeding and breeding purposes. In their original place, if the feeding is scarcity, if there is no feeding in a particular season, they can migrate to other places for the food. And if their original place is not suitable for breeding purpose, if there are any osmotic regulation problems or other homeostasis problems, they can migrate to other places for the breeding purpose. Then after breeding, they come back to their original with their progeny, and they can live. Their growing period, living period is original place, but their spanning period may be other place. That's why for the feeding and breeding, they can migrate from one place to another place. But this migration may be different. That is diandromous migration. This in between the two different habitats, the diandromous migration is taking place. That is anadromous migration is from the oceans towards the river. If the ocean is actually, that is the salt water, the osmotic problems are created. If they span in the salt water or the ocean water, the eggs may not tolerate that conditions. Salmon like fishes, for example, then it can migrate towards the fresh water into the rivers, and that can span and that can lay eggs. And those progeny, they come back and go to the oceans once again. They can spend their life there in the oceans. And catandromous migration is different, from opposite to the anadromous migration. Catandromous migration is normally the fishes can live in the freshwater rivers. They can migrate to the oceans for the spanning, because this is also to tolerate the osmotic or homeostatic conditions. And amphidromous migration in between the fresh water and salt water, but not for the purpose of breeding or feeding. The adult fish can habituate the progeny to live in the different environments. Then another one is the potandromous migration. This is restricted to freshwater habitats, such as moving from lakes or lakes to rivers, rivers to lakes. Oceanodromous migration is exclusively marine. They do not come out from the marine water. They do not enter into the freshwater rivers or lakes. They do not. Those can roam in different places in the oceans. The progeny are habituated to live in the different environments of oceans.